Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tally. Thank you for being here today. It is the last week of May. Today is Tuesday. I am going to share some of the books that I'm going to be reading this week. So I'm going to try to read as much as possible this week before the month ends. I am currently reading a romance. I requested some romance books from NetGalley and I'm very excited that they accepted them. So thank you to the... what are they called? Oh yeah, so thank you to the publishers who accepted my request. And I think one of the best feelings is when you want to read a book super bad and the publisher accepts your request. So that's one of the best things. I'm currently reading a romance and it is the 6th book of the series. I'm not very sure if you have to read the series in order, just because I feel like there's different characters to each of the books. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time that I read a book by Jasmine Glory, and this is While We Were Dating. This is the 6th book of the series. It does fall in the romance and adult genre, and it follows Ben, who has never bothered to be in a serious relationship until he meets Anna. Anna is an actress. She is beautiful and confident, and lands a huge ad campaign featuring Anna, the movie star. And Anna is on a mission to make herself a household name. So she feels like working for this ad campaign that Ben is working in will be a huge distraction for her while she waits to hear if she books her next movie. One day, Ben helps Anna in a family emergency, so they both drive from San Francisco all the way to Palm Springs after she receives a call from her brother that her father is in the hospital. So they drive all the way from San Francisco to Palm Springs, and during that drive they reveal things that they haven't told anyone but their therapists. I am really liking this book just because it talks a lot about body image in Hollywood. It also talks about mental health in the acting industry. Also, both of our characters are black, so it does talk about like skin color when it comes to photo shoots and acting. There is a part where Anna mentions that she wants to make sure that the lighting they use for the photo shoots does work with brown skin. Anna has always been judged by directors because she is half the size of other girls. There are smaller actresses than her, so she always has to deal with her body image, but she has a lot of body positivity. She also dealt with anxiety in the past. She had to take medicine. She had to talk to some therapists. So definitely there's a lot of mental health in this book where both of our characters are going through, and a lot of the family dynamics, because both Anna and Ben, they do have a really close relationship with their siblings. Anna with her brother and Ben with his brother. It is written in the third person point of view from the perspective of Anna and Ben. The writer knows everything about these characters that they're writing about. I feel like I have read this plot somewhere else in another book. It kind of reminds me of You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria, because they're just so similar, you know. They both talk about the acting industry. Basically, these two characters have a one-night stand. Very predictable, you know. The next day, Anna tells Ben that she cannot do what they did that night because it was just a one-time thing. We obviously know how it is gonna end up, right? Anna. She is telling herself that she doesn't need a man at the moment, which good for her, you know. They work together, they see each other all the time. You cannot say that this is going to happen only once. I feel like the story is very predictable but enjoyable. I am on page 2271. I am 43% in, and this book will be released on July, I believe. Hold on, let me check really quick. Yeah, so this book will be released on July 13. I'm gonna keep on reading. Hopefully I'm able to finish it today just because it is very fast paced. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I am gonna need a little bit more coffee because this story is like driving me insane. It's predictable, but it's good. I love these characters. I changed my mind, she says. And he says, if you changed your mind, you should probably put that drink down right now so it doesn't fall to the floor and shatter when I rip your clothes off. To read outside just because I've been inside all day, and I'm gonna eat some ice cream. Hello, good morning. It is Wednesday morning. It is currently 11 o'clock a.m. I woke up like an hour ago. I'm having some coffee. I finished reading When We Were Dating last night by Jasmine Galori. I enjoyed it. I think it is a fun, fast-paced, very, very steamy read. It's an adult romance. So yesterday I did tell you guys like a little synopsis of what the book is about, but it is around like 300 pages. It is very fast-paced in the beginning, but then towards the middle it does get a little bit slow, just because the author like takes a long time with one of the characters, Anna, who is the movie actress, in knowing if she is going to get the role for a movie. And the reason for this is because it is mentioned that there are some white women who have gotten roles more than black women. And mental health and body image and diversity in the acting industry play a huge role in this book, which I really enjoyed. The author talks about these topics without going too deep into them, but that makes the reader really care for the characters in the book. Anna, in this case, she has dealt with a lot of shit in her life with anxiety and paparazzi. It just gives us a little idea of what an actress goes through, especially a black woman in the acting industry and in Hollywood, with her body being a little bigger than other actresses and being judged by directors. Because she's black, she gets less roles than white women. It is written in third-person point of view, following Ben and Anna, so I already talked all of this, right? Hopefully. I feel like at times it was very predictable and it kind of reminded me of other romances, but I really like what the author did with the little twist of the problem in their relationship. So it does end up being like a fake relationship, So they do have a one-night stand, and then Anna tells him that she doesn't want to do anything with him anymore, and they cannot do that again. They cannot repeat what they did that night. And of course, Anna at this point becomes very annoying because she can't decide what she wants. And I truly understand, you know, if you want a one-night stand, do you, girl, you know. I'm not going to be judging you, but if you're going to keep going back to this man and then telling him bye the next, it's just very confusing and annoying. So that's one of the things that I did not like about Anna. It's that she told this guy that she didn't want to like continue the relationship, and then the next day she goes to his apartment, and I'm just like, girl, she's just confused. This is the first time that I see like a man written very differently than other novels, because he's very feminist in a way. I love this book. There's just some things that got me super annoyed at the end, but I truly enjoyed it. It was a very fun read. And also how Anna wants to end the stigma of therapy, because a lot of people see it like super weird of going to therapy. I know in my community, Latinx community, my parents still see it as weird going to therapy. Like sometimes we do need to talk to someone about our problems. I actually really love the ending. It wasn't what I expected because, okay, without spoiling it too much, it wasn't what I expected. I did enjoy it. One thing of the plot. So Ben receives an email of a sister that his father had when he left them. So Ben is also dealing with his own issues, where his father left them when he was like very small, so he has to deal with that, and he's dealing with abandonment issues and not telling people exactly what he feels. These characters develop so much and so well. A very good romance if you guys are looking for a romance, something fun, dealing with important issues in the acting industry. I am gonna rate it a 4 out of 5. It will be released on July 13, I believe. Yeah, wow, I got it right. Okay, July 13. If you guys are looking for a romance this summer, go buy it. Go buy it. So I requested another arc and I got approved. I'm excited. And this one is The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. It will be released April 29. So by the time that you guys are watching this video, this book will be out already. It is around 400 pages, and it follows Addie and her sister, who are about to go on a road trip to a friend's wedding in the north of Scotland. They have this road trip ready, they have their snacks ready and their playlist ready. The car slams into the back of theirs, and then they realize that it's Addie's ex-boyfriend, and she has been avoiding this guy because of a traumatic breakup. Turns out that Dylan and his friend Dylan, who is Addie's ex-boyfriend, they're heading to the same wedding. They totaled their car after crashing into Addie's car. Addie has no choice but to offer them a ride. I mean, if I was this girl, I would have left him. I'm like, F you. You fucking caused me so much trauma. I'm not gonna give you a ride. That's how petty I am. Now we are thinking, are they gonna make it to the wedding? What's gonna happen? End up together? Are they gonna just be friends? So I'm just very interested to read this one. The uncorrected proof, so it doesn't really show the pages. I'm on page 501, so 9% in, and I can't wait to keep reading this book. I will talk to you guys later as soon as I have any more thoughts of this book. Time for a little snack of edamame. El 13, 14 de junio.
mask on, if you guys are wondering. Let me show it to you guys. I'm using the salicylic acid from the Ordinary face mask, and I leave this for about like 5 to 6 minutes, and it is for blemishes and acne, I guess, and pores. I have huge pores around my nose area, and I love this mask because it dries right into your skin, and once you wash it, your face feels very fresh. Hello, it is Friday. Finally had a chance to update you guys, but on Wednesday we went to drop off my parents because they left to Mexico again, and sorry, those were my nephews. Good direction for me to stare at because the light is not on my glasses, but if I turn this way you guys will see my glasses, and if I do, yeah, so I'm gonna look like this. Just kidding, that looks weird. Anyways, today is Friday. I'm gonna spend the whole day reading, trying to finish the road trip. I did talk to you guys about the synopsis, and I am taking some notes here on my computer so I can know what to talk about when I'm talking about the books with you guys. It is written in the first person point of view, shifting from the perspective of Addie and Dylan. Addie and Dylan used to date, and they met at this villa in Europe. She used to be a caretaker in this villa in Europe, and that's where she met Dylan. So the author does take us from the present to the past, and the past, basically, she lets us learn a little bit more about the characters, which I really loved. I had no idea that I really liked this method of writing, going from the present to the past. So Dylan and Addie, they did break up, and it did tell us in the beginning that Dylan left her. And as soon as I read that, my viewpoint of Dylan was like, he's an asshole. Now that we are learning their past, it's making me like really care about Dylan, but we're not sure yet what exactly happened with their relationship. I mean, I'm still in the middle of the book. In the present, they are driving to a friend's wedding, and I did talk to you guys about the accident that occurred. And during the drive, it's like so much tension because Marcus, who is Dylan's friend, he is bringing up the past. He is also blaming Addie for breaking Dylan's heart, which in fact, Dylan is the one that left Addie. Marcus is an asshole, but because the author puts a little bit of his past, we get to really understand the guy. You know, he's been through hell as well. First, I thought that Marcus had something to do with their breakup because beginning Addie mentions something that occurred in the past. I thought that it was going to be a love triangle, but now that I'm reading further on, it doesn't seem that way. I am really liking it. I think I'm liking it way more than the other book. Another character that we have in this story is Deb, who is Addie's older sister, and in the present she had a baby, and she is described as a person that doesn't care what other people think about her, and I really love her characteristics, but at the same time she's not mentioned a lot. Marcus, he is an asshole. He's always mentioning their past, and he's always trying to be funny and ruining the mood for everyone. Met at this villa in Europe, and they form this really amazing relationship with each other. And eventually, when summer is over, they have to go back to their lives. And Addie goes back home, and Dylan decides that he wants to keep on traveling. And so they have to continue the relationship long distance. And we know how long distance relationships end up like. At this point, Dylan is very confused with what he wants to do with his life. At the same time, he has his father who is always pushing him to come back home to where he lives and work for his business. Dylan does not want to work for his father because he has other things in mind. So during their long distance relationship, Addie notices that he has become very distant, and he is very different to the person that she met. Of course, Dylan, who has his own problems to deal with, he has to plan the rest of his life, his career, and also deal with his father, who is always like being an asshole to him and telling him how he is a disappointment to the family. And Addie is always like questioning him, when is he coming home? And he's always replying with soon. At this point, Addie is not trying to be so pushy to him, but she misses the guy. And I kind of understand her, but if you really love someone, you would do anything to wait for this person. But I feel like they lack communication in so many ways. Dylan should be a little bit more communicative with her, and Addie should be more understanding with him. She has become very worried that Dylan has forgotten about her, and which is sometimes how long distance relationships always end up like, especially if the person is like very busy and stuff. But even though, if you really love someone, you'd do anything to communicate with the person you love, and give them at least a 5-second phone call, get on Skype and stuff. Do anything to show you the same love they gave you when they first met. Addie does tell Dylan to come back home when he has decided what to do with his life. Then Dylan, when he thinks that he has decided what he wants to do, he goes back to live where Addie lives, around the same area. And I feel like this dude just dropped everything for his girlfriend, which is good, you know, but at the same time, sometimes if you have different choices in life, a relationship is not going to work. And this is exactly what happened with these couples so far, what I'm reading and what I'm thinking. Then at some point, Dylan moves in with Addie and her parents, but Dylan seems very unhappy because he sees that Addie has her life together, she has a job, and Dylan is just lost. I feel like Dylan should do things that make him truly happy. So I feel like the message that it's giving us at this moment, at this time, is that sometimes relationships don't work. If you really want to make it work, you will make a relationship work, even if it's long distance. Who the heck am I to tell you any like relationship advice? To see what actually broke them apart, I have a prediction that probably Dylan left because he wanted to do something else with his life. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading and I'll update you guys later. It is May 31st. I'm gonna finish up the vlog. I'm gonna update you guys with the road trip. To finish it, I rated it a 5 out of 5. Very enjoyable
exactly what I look for in a romance. I feel like there were amazing character developments throughout the whole story. Obviously, we do get to know a lot about Dylan and Addie, who used to date back in the day. There was a misunderstanding that occurred. There is a mention of sexual assault in this book, so that's a trigger warning. Kind of gave me Call Me By Your Name vibes, just because it does take place in Europe, written from the past. I got emotional on the section where the author starts talking about their breakup and what occurred. It was very sad for me, especially because of the misunderstanding, and I just wanted to like pull Dylan's hair. He wanted to believe his friend rather than his girlfriend. So yeah, 'cause I'm dreaming tonight. A very passionate and romantic romance between these two characters that take place during summer. That's that, and I started reading the dating plan. I am 15% in, and I'm not gonna talk about this book just because I think I'm gonna DNF it. I'm not sure yet, but I am enjoying it, but I feel like it's very similar to a lot of romances that I have read. They met in high school and then they meet again 10 years later, and I'm just like, ugh, like, get over your ex. You know, I'm the type of person that I will never go back to their exes, especially if they cost me so much harm. It also broke my heart. I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed this very long vlog of me reading romances and breaking my heart and just giving you guys relationship advice. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.